Welcome to Hey Clarity. I'm your host, Lindsay, and today we're doing collective Akashic Records readings for both July and August. The questions that we're going to ask are, first for July, what is the overall energy of the month? What are its challenges? What are its gifts? And what's the most important message we need to know? And then into August, what is the energy of August? What are the challenges we might face? What are the gifts? And what's the most important message we need to know? Let's get into it. For the month of July, what is the energy of July? I'm getting the word tempered, hot and cold, hot and cool. Tempered kind of having a double meaning. I'm getting like hot, angered, but also like chill and cool. I'm getting it's all mixed up and almost like it's a bit unpredictable, like you don't know what you're going to get. And this feels like energetic and like through people. I'm getting like hot, angered, and then this like tempered, but like temperate, kind of cool, chill from people. Just being kind of, I'm getting the words out of it. Just a little tired. But I'm also getting that it's like, this is becoming normalized. And like certainly if you're in the Northern Hemisphere, certainly in summertime, that we can feel hot, angered, and also like chilled out and like cool, like tempered. Interesting. They're going back to hot tempered. They want to address that first. And they're saying for us to be aware of that I'm getting like, they're saying like 60% of the population that is in this season, 60% might be hot, tempered, and angry. And so be careful of that. So they're saying like, if you fall in that category, and they're like, you will find plenty of days where you are in that category, they're saying keep it cool, like keep your cool. Like know that there are tactics to like be chill and be cool. So it's like 60% are going to be hot, tempered, and angry. And then 40% are going to be more on the like chilled out, exhausted side. But like taking advantage of summer heat to like, I'm getting like slow down, to like lay low and stay cool and chill out. This is both like climate and environment, but it's also impacting humanity, like people. So like the hotter it gets, the more irritated and aggravated and frustrated and uncomfortable we are. Like I'm almost seeing like the sun, like almost like boiling, like our blood is boiling, like from the heat. So you have to keep that in mind. They're saying around like your emotional reactions. So if you are aware that, let's say 60% of the population is angry and short-tempered, they're saying now, then they're like, what are you going to be? Like, it seems very important to like nip this in the bud by at least having the awareness of it. Something very specific about percentages, 60-40. 60-40 potential reactive, short-tempered, angry population. So I'm just getting like, be aware of it, be cautious, be very careful for yourself and for others, that people have these very short fuses. And people can be very reactive. So it's a bit of a like, they're kind of saying like, almost like strangers, like people you don't know, like mind your business, right? Like keep your distance, don't start a fight, pick a fight, fan the flames of somebody else's temper. Like, I'm just getting like, be more like mindful of that, which will help you fall into the 40% category of like, chill out, chill out. And this is kind of like funny because they're showing me almost as like an archetype. They're showing me a Matthew McConaughey and his character in Dazed and Confused, where he's like, all right, all right, all right. There's something about like being in that mentality, like that southern chill, like, yeah, it's hot, like, yeah, I know it's hot, and yeah, things are really stressful in the world, and like, I'm just gonna like kind of roll with it. I'm getting like adaptation. Okay. So they want us, if we needed like a figure, a role model for that behavior, that's who they're flashing at us. That seems like a challenge. So when I'm asking what's the next, what are the challenges? The next question, let's see, what are the challenges? And they're saying, yeah, keeping your cool. Keeping your cool is going to be very hard. And so it's going to be quite an achievement if you can accomplish it. If you can stay cool, literally, emotionally, mentally, physically, whatever. If you can chill out, if you can find your ways of being in the 40%, they're like, do it, exclamation point. Like, this is a highly reactive time. So it's better to just, I'm seeing even like fading into the scenery, like, and they're saying like, be invisible. Like, don't, like, kind of like, don't start no shit, won't be no shit. And I don't know, they're trying to like create some lightheartedness to this, because now they're showing me like Homer Simpson fading into the bushes, like that little like, meme, that little quick animation of him. They're showing me these funny things. They're like, we want you to laugh. We want you to think this is funny because it's actually very serious, right? It's a very dangerous time. They're saying time of year, time on the planet. Like, we really don't want to feed that anger, that violence, that this conflict and wars kind of energy and ideas that are on the planet. And so on a micro level, this is something that you can do. But being aware of it, and they're flashing the percentage again, 60-40, 60-40, go hang out in the 40%. What are the gifts of July? What are the gifts of July? Very interesting. I'm seeing like a line with like notches, almost like linear, like a linear timeline. I'm getting that July has a low momentum, and it's like where we might like often be experiencing like multi-level growth. They're showing like the spiral, the growth, like come around and get better, get bigger, get better. Like this kind of spiral situation, because there's low momentum in July, it's kind of like there's a baseline. I'm getting like, you did one thing, achievement, and then it led to another one. Like something feels very straightforward. Progress feels very straightforward. It's not quite as whirlwindy as it has been. It's not quite as like, okay, here we go again, like another crazy wave and another crazy wave. It's almost like the waves that we've been riding, these energetic waves, have reached a baseline. Like they're saying next level, like we're at like next level of like adapting to these waves and the undercurrents, the currents, like all these waves of intensity that we're used to, our baseline, we've just met a baseline, our next level. They're kind of saying it's almost masterful the way that many of us have adapted to the times. And so for a while, they're like for a little bit, for a little while, time might feel more practical, simplified, and linear. Like, point A leads to point B, leads to point C, like, which is kind of nice. Anything else about the gifts? I'm just getting timeline. Like there's notches on a timeline that become like more visible to us. Like this led to that and that led to that. And it's not like surprise, unexpected, like throwing you a curveball. It's like, very practical and steady. And they're saying that feels like a relief, great. Like no huge, obnoxious, annoying lesson thrown in my face to like, that I have to overcome, it's like, very practical, they're saying. What's the most important message we need to know about July? The waves are remembered. Okay, what does that mean? Waves are remembered. Soulful connections, they're like embodied, they're really baked into us. These waves, these like timelines are so high impacted into our bodies that we've really embodied the experiences, and they're saying like lifelong, like in the self, lifelong, for a very long time. I'm seeing like someone like being branded, like into the skin, like branded, like I've gotten through these hard times. It's like very hardcore what we've been going through. Burned into us, right? What we've been through has been very serious. They're saying soul contracts, soul connections, like a notch on our belt, like a tattoo or a branding of some sort, like an accomplishment of overcoming, of getting through these hard times, of survival, right? They're kind of like, holy shit, like you've survived. That's incredible. That's amazing. These are extremely difficult times to be on the planet. These are extremely difficult times of being alive. This life, they're saying, witnessed, observed, experienced, like in all the ways that we have experienced our lives over the past, they're saying 5-10 years, some of us 15-20, right? Huge chapters, next level. And so they're saying like it's been accomplished, like we've accomplished something great. We've accomplished great challenges. We've gotten through great challenges, hardship, adversity, and to really like look how far we've come. Anything else about July before I swap into August? They're like, that's all. They're saying plenty of time. Like there's plenty of time. There's plenty of time. If that's something that bothers you, if that's something that worries you, there's plenty of time. I'm getting that like we're worried about how these hardships, this adversity, these difficult times that we're living in, they're saying like we worry about how it impacts or distracts us or creates obstacles or gets in the way of the things that we want to, live, the things we want to do in this lifetime. And they're just saying there's plenty of time. Like the things that you've wanted to do, I'm just getting there's more of it now. There will be more options and more opportunities now to do the things that you've been, loving and passionate about. But I'm just getting there's more. There's more and there's plenty of time. So don't worry about feeling like you're losing time. You're losing chances. You're losing opportunities or options. So like, no. There's chances, there's opportunities, and they're coming. So don't worry about that. Okay, we're going to shift into August. What is the energy of August? Fluidity. I'm seeing an image at the bottom of like a shallow pool of water, and like the water is kind of just over it, but I can see the image clearly. It's almost like there's a painting like at the base of something that has a shallow pool of water, and I just see the water kind of over it. What does that mean? Fluidity. Something is clear, and it's right there. Clear water. There's like clear water. Can you explain that in something that's less abstract and a little bit more direct and practical? I'm just getting so clear. Something so clear. Something so clear. The water is clear. The water is shallow. I can see this image. I can see this painting. I'm just getting the word so clear. So in August, something becomes so clear. Can you guys reveal like in what area of our lives, or like what aspect, what's going on there? Our visions are so clear. They're so clear, and there's a layer of fluidity on top of it. They're so clear, and we are open. We are open to the unknown. We're open to the mysteries of like how it all unfolds. There's not murky water. There's nothing blocking the image. Like our visions are clear. Everything is so clear. And they're saying this is a good thing. We're like kind of like more comfortable with like knowing the vision, working towards or building towards the vision, and being, again, open to however it continues to reveal itself, continues to unfold for us. What are the challenges of August? Patience, to be patient, being patient. It's almost like, August is, creeping on the end of summer, and there's something about like wanting to rush to do business, wanting to rush into fall and like skip the end of summer. Like some of us, they're saying will want to do that. Like what's next? Like what's work looking like, come, this quieter, like vacation often time of summer. We just like our culture is just conditioned to just go like summer, vacation, school starts or work starts, right? From like little kids until adults. Like we have this like school is in session feeling about end of August or end of the summer into the fall. And there's something about being patient and not wanting to speed that up, wanting it to linger. We're like very impatient to have like more structure in our lives, which could be like a new job or a new position at your company or studying something new. I just feel something weird about like wanting, like the feeling of wanting summer to last and wanting it to linger. And then some of us just like forward thinking like future, like it could be coming from financial stress of like, you know, making money. Like, how am I going to, you know, keep this going in the fall? Like, all right, cool. Summer's done. Summer vacation's done. Like, people are, you know, coming back. Like, what's next? There's anticipation of that feeling for a lot of us. And they're just saying like to be patient and to like let the end of summer like linger and be beautiful. I'm getting be more beautiful. Like stretch the time. For anyone who is anticipating or wanting to kind of move forward or as fast as you can into like what's next. There's something about like be there, like really be present with the month of August. Be patient. What are the gifts of August? What are the gifts we might receive in August? Change. I'm seeing like churning, turning, like wheels are spinning, come and go, like people are coming, people are going, like there's shifts, there's things moving about. And as things churn, it kind of like mixes things up and blends things and shakes things up. And it's kind of like, it feels like more options. It feels like more opportunities because, you know, people are shifting out of one thing and into another, which means that you will also be shifting into something. Like space becomes available. I'm getting there even more space. There's even more space, and that is why it is important to be patient. I'm getting like gaps, like it's more than like space, like there are gaps and spaces to be filled. So if you're looking for opportunity, if you're looking for work, new work, I'm getting something new, something's overdue. These gaps open up for you to fill them, and you like fit perfectly in them, and it's very fulfilling. And I'm almost getting like tight fit, like it's a good fit, it's a tight fit. Something about being squeezed into it, but like you're snug. Why that? Why is that the energy of it? I'm just getting like snug. Snug as a bug in a rug or something like cute like that. Something's a perfect fit. Okay, my dog is scratching at the door, so we're going to get through this most important message before she starts barking, hopefully. Okay, what's the most important message we need to know about August? What's the most important message we need to know about August? Get up and go. To be transformed. Get up and go. What is that? Like, it's like we're being patient. I see someone sitting, and then when this option, opportunity, adventure, something comes up, someone just like getting up from sitting down, and like what they walk into, the next new thing is like there's a full transformation. It almost like highlights like you're fully transformed. Like this next thing you get into is like a new chapter, a next level, a new life. Like it really, again, it fits, even if it's like, it's a tight fit, like almost like you're meant to be there. You're very meant to be there. It almost, I think the snug or the tightness is almost like it becomes a part of you. Like it fits tight. You're like tight in there, but it feels like it's a part of you. You fit so perfectly. They're like, it's not too tight, not like you're uncomfortable, but you're like, wow, like this really suits me. This really fits who I am, who I'm becoming, who I want to become. Like there's a full transformation with whatever this thing is that you basically click into towards like the end of summer, beginning of fall. So again, with being patient with any new opportunities and just like trusting in the divine timing that you do want that fit. You want that perfect fit. You don't want somewhere where they're showing like, oh, like you're bigger than the position, you're bigger than the thing, and then like you're being stuffed into it and it's a tight fit, meaning it's like too tight, you're like uncomfortable. That's not this. This is something that they keep saying squeezed into. Does someone like pull strings or like sneak us in? Like something happens where it's like nick of time, like you get the thing. Perfect timing, perfect fit, like someone like pulls strings or like gets you into something, gets us into something. But they're saying again, nick of time. So be patient because with these opportunities that are coming will come in the nick of time. So they're like, don't worry about it. You've got plenty of time. Okay. Anything else? Most important message? They're just like, it's in the nick of time. Okay. So that was the Akashic Records collective readings for both July and August. I hope you enjoyed that. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.